Hello, I'm Jeff Duggins, President of H2O Designs, Inc.
And I'm Rachel Duggins, Manager of the Aquatic Garden Center and Vice President. And these are our children, Hannah and Austin.
We just wanted to take a minute of our time to thank you for considering our company to install your water feature.
At first I thought, okay, a pond, it'll be something that the kids play in. And after a very extensive renovation, this has been, without a doubt, one of my nicest things, nicest places to sit and relax and enjoy. I am so happy that we did this. I cannot tell you the words.
I come home in the afternoon and I come out here and pet her.
Yep, I know she does that because, like I said, I call and I can't get hold of her. And I know she's in the backyards. Leaves are sold in facade, and so she doesn't have a phone out here, and I can't find her.
We had a perfect location for it right here, this hill, and I like something that was really low maintenance, and I wanted something where I could enjoy the view, but also the relaxing sound.
We spend a lot of time working out in our whole yard, so we can hear the waterfall through the whole yard, and so I'm not telling you we spend a lot of relaxing time out here, but we sure do enjoy the pond.
The dog liked the pond as much as anyone else. He used to come down all the time and look into the water and watch the fish swim around. So.
Everybody that comes see the pond just, they think it's awesome, And probably every morning, Gil and I, the first thing we do is give her coffee. We come out, drink her coffee, watch the fish, check the frogs out. Every afternoon is the last thing we do too. So, it's definitely a centerpiece of our backyard.
Yeah, usually when people come over, instead of sitting inside around the TV or around the table, we sit out here around the pond.
All right, guys, what we're going to show you here is a natural working ecosystem pond. And we want to show you what takes place in this ecosystem, helps keep the water crystal clear, and why it stays crystal clear and low maintenance for our customers. The rock and gravel, you can notice all the liners covered with rock and gravel. That serves two purposes. It covers all the ugly liner up, so we have a nice natural looking pond. Also, all your bacteria and natural organic activity happens in the rock and gravel that keeps your pond crystal clear all year long. The plants, notice the customer here has lots of plants around in the landscape and also in the pond and in the streams. What the plants do is they take nutrients out of the water, keep your string algae down. Notice the streams have very little string algae, very little algae growing on the rocks altogether. Also, another important component to the ecosystem is the fish. Our fish are hiding in this pond here. They're in the cave right there. But what the fish do is they eat your insect larvae and also keep your mosquitoes and stuff like that down to a minimum so that you're actually not fighting those dreaded type of insects with the pond. So as a working whole, the whole ecosystem makes for a very low maintenance system and keeps everything going so your customer doesn't have to spend a whole lot of time on it. Now, let me explain to you the components of the pond, the mechanical filtration. We have a skimmer over here to the side. You can see the lid, lift it right up, have a pump in here. Notice the water skimming into the skimmer. That's for any leaves or debris that gets in the pond. Skims over to this area. They got a little basket here. They just lift out, dump, put back in. Real easy right there. Put the lid back on. Real simple system to take care of. The pump pumps water up to your waterfall boxes there. What the waterfall boxes do is they have biological filter media in them. Helps keep the pond clear as well and also creates really natural, nice looking waterfalls for us. So you can see the system as a whole functions. We have the mechanical filtration and more importantly we have the organic, all natural filtration that keeps the pond crystal clear and enjoyable for the customers all year long.
Children find it first. They're the leaders, and they always want to feed the fish, of course, and play and watch the fish. And then the adults generally follow after, and we get a lot of compliments on it, frankly.
Well, I enjoy it because we used to have a pool when we lived in Tucson, and I really, since we've lived here, missed the pool. but I wouldn't use the pool here the way I did in Tucson, obviously, but I love having the water now, and it's perfect. You know, getting to play with, I think it's better to play with the fish, and I don't really need to be in the water so much, though I sometimes am when I am playing with the fish.
Like any project, as you go, new ideas come, and it becomes a little more liquid. And what was nice was your ability to change on the fly for our design needs, and work around also a very large design team between the mason people doing everything else. The whole project flowed good, and more than anything else is the look was exactly what we were envisioning. So that was a real good job.
I name the fish by their design or their color. The yellow one's Chiquita. It's got black spots on like a banana. Joe's named some of them.
Yeah, we've got all the koi are named. At the first time we see them, we just features or habits, what have you, you know. And one's redhead because he's got a red dot on his head and so forth, you know.
Hello, I'm Jeff Duggins, president of H2O Designs, Inc.
And I'm Rachel Duggins, the manager of the Aquatic Garden Center and the vice president of H2O Designs.
Now that you've seen some of our beautiful water features on the video, we thought it was important to show you our Aquatic Garden Center and also show you some of the details of how these water features work and how we can provide this same system into your landscape.
Welcome to our garden center. Two of the things we specialize in and want to do the best is our plants and our fish. And we have all kinds of variety of different plants. These right here are the tropical table, so they will not come back every year. We also have a large selection of hardy plants. Some are very common, such as the corkscrew rush and the pickerel weed, and we also have others like the red stem thalia and the hardy thalia that not a lot of people carry. Hi, the second thing I was talking about is our fish, and we take great care of our quality fish. We have quality koi, ranging in sizes from 4 inches all the way up to 12 to 14 inches long. They come in a variety of beautiful colors. We go to a lot of care for taking care of these, making sure that you get healthy fish. We quarantine these fish for 2 weeks once they come into our facility and treat them for any parasites. We watch them over that 2-week period and make sure there's no bacterial infections found, and if there are, we treat those fish and get them well before they're ready for sale. We have straight fin and butterfly koi. The straight fin are what normal people think about when they think of the koi. The butterfly have the longer fins and the more flowing fins on them. We also carry a large selection of installation supplies for the do-it-yourselfer. Anyone interested in creating their own water feature, we have anything that they would need to do that with. One of the other things that we carry is a large selection of decorative items, anything from your brass statuary to things that can sit in your garden. We also have some bird feeders and wind chimes, that type of thing.
It's just beautiful at night, and one of the things that we enjoy so much is you can see the fish at night with the lights, and it's just beautiful. It just makes a whole different experience between day and at nighttime.
When you're standing away from the pond at nighttime, the lights, uplights in the trees, of course, are extremely noticeable, and it really sets the pond off. And because of that, we sort of put in other landscape lights around just because we didn't want it to just be a spot in the yard. But then when you come out and look at the fish, the underwater lights, and especially the lights that are just below the waterfall, under the waterfall, are just absolutely great.
Well, the pond's beautiful during the day, but at night, I have one word, and it's spectacular. I can look out of my bedroom window down, and because it's so clear, I can see my fish swimming. It's such a serene atmosphere just to look at that it just makes me real happy. So at night, to me, is my favorite time for the pond.
All right, what we're going to look at here is some of our fountain features. These are our 3-stone rimrock spires. They're just a recirculating system, same as our pondless waterfall basically, except you don't have a waterfall, you have the recirculating system and the basin underneath. These are really, really good solutions for small courtyard, contemporary type situations, or even public settings. You can do anything with these systems. The rimrocks are just an example. You can do bubbling urns, you can do natural drill boulders, anything you can think of you can put in this type of system and have a really easily installed water feature that has a lot of great sound to it, as you can tell.
Water's nice for the sound. The rimrock, I love the pond. I love it.
I'd say this. I'd say match the style of your house. You know, if you have a modern house, maybe go something a little more modern.
Yeah.
If you have a more traditional house, you know, think through that before you do your pond, because our original design was a little more modern than our house, and when you just saw it, it just didn't fit at all. So much more comfortable with something a little more natural.
But I like having the fish.
Everyone likes it, and the thing is, I'll raise the window in the kitchen, and when I get up in the mornings, I'll have my coffee. I hear the sound of the water. Sometimes I'll come out here with coffee, work on my laptop. So it's just very peaceful.
Well, certainly it's a good idea to go around and look at others and get an idea of what you want and how it'll fit in with your landscape. As far as whether there are a lot of things, I guess, to consider whether you want it or not. One is how much time you want to put in. We don't put a lot of time in, but just get to enjoy it. That's turned out well, and that was nice to know that you really don't have to invest a lot of time and effort if you don't want to, and still have something that you can enjoy. We like it very much. We spend a lot of time down here just wandering around. One of the neighbor kids at one time was taunting my daughter, mentioning that we like to stand around and watch the fish grow and watch the plants grow, and like what's the matter with you? But it's very, very relaxing, very comfortable.